Hi everyone, it's Liam here from Rating the Races. This is part 2 of how those horses that I've highlighted done so far. The first one I want to talk about was Solo. He obviously made my horses to follow, and since I added him to my horses to follow at the beginning of the season, he's finished second twice, rather frustratingly. Second at Ascot behind Nassalam, second at Newbury behind I'm Available or Not Available. Let's have a look which one it was. I think that was a decent race, but I just think they gave the winner, Not Available, too much respect, or not enough respect, sorry. Didn't get after him. You can see he travelled well again due to his win PR, 85%. I wouldn't give up on him. I do think there's a race in him when they get things perfect for him. He could well go and find something at Kempton potentially, but don't give up on Solo. Kitty's Light is another that was in our horses to follow, and he started the season with 2 seconds at Chepstow and Wetherby, Chepstow in a handicap, and then in the Charlie Hall at Wetherby. Disappointed at Newbury, as I've said in a later video or a video last week or earlier this week. It could just be Newbury that he doesn't like. It could be that he wants better going, and Guttersov maybe from that position it was just a bit too much for Kitty's Light at this stage of his career. Remember, he is only 5 still. Don't give up on Kitty's Light. If they don't race him again, watch out for him in the spring on Better Going. Captain Chaos I highlighted as one for January, February. Well, it's not January, February yet. He's pulled up. He dropped another £2 for his pulled up effort at Bangor. Watch out for him at Warwick. Watch out for him at Warwick and also at Ascot in January and February. Black Op hasn't been seen since, finishing 5th at Aintree. I'm looking at the 27th of December. There's a handicap that we could actually have 2 or 3 run in it from these sort of videos. But Black Op, I think we'll see him back at Kempton on the 27th of December. Kid Commando, I thought the effort behind Nassalam and Solo was better than it looked. We've not seen him since, so we can't talk about him. Mr. Malarkey doesn't want that many runners. I highlighted it in a video along with Ben Aitken, who's demonstrated that Mr. Malarkey just gets overawed a bit by the occasion and big fields. Watch out for him dropping in trip. I think they will look at the race potentially back at Ascot in a few weeks' time, which he won last year. Potter's Corner is unbelievably well handicapped now. Dropped from a high mark of 142 down to a mark of 132. Dropped from a mark of 145 down to 132. He won the Welsh National for 145. If he sneaks in and Jack takes another 3 off, bottom of the handicap, first time over a trip, over fences on heavy going since he won the Welsh National. That would be where I'd be looking at him next. Pillion does actually run tomorrow in a qualifier. Pertemps qualifier. He's already ran and qualified for the Pertemps final after finishing 4th at Aintree in November. He doesn't need to win, but I do think they might try and win, and he's definitely one to be interested in tomorrow. Manuel, interesting that he has an entry tomorrow at Sedgefield. I thought the Beecher Chase would be the target. They're going to Sedgefield instead. It would be an easier race, and I expect Manuel to go very close there. He obviously has won at Sedgefield before, and I thought his effort in the Sefton was good, considering he got himself so far behind. Albarn hasn't done it on the all-weather yet. I thought he would. He didn't finish that far behind yesterday, or over a mile. Yesterday, I don't know why I said yesterday. He didn't finish that far behind the last time out at Kempton. I obviously really like him for the Lincoln, but worry that they might get his mark too low on the all-weather, and the handicapper then drops him on the flat as well. If the cap fits, I wouldn't give up on him. He dropped £5 for finishing 9th after running in a handicap after I called that for him to run in a handicap. Considering they went back up to the 3-mile trip and they then went forward and kind of set it up for all the others. Didn't understand that run, to be honest. He dropped £5 to 145. Could there be something a little bit down the line? Don't position him at the front next time. Sit him at the back, and I think he'll go much closer next time. Captain Noor has not been entered in the Beecher Chase, or not been confirmed or declared, or whatever they want to call it. All these terms are very confusing. So I think that's another one that could be seen on the 27th of December at Kempton. Obviously, last year he finished second behind Royal Pagaille. 50 Ball highlighted him after he finished third at Sandown. They dropped him in trip at Newbury, and that didn't work. I expect to see him back over at 2.5 next time. Spirit of the Games dropped another £2 after pulling up in the rehearsal chase at Newcastle. Interestingly, the front four were prominent chase leaders. Spirit of the Games tried to be held up, and it didn't work. Give him another chance. There is a race in January, I think, back at Cheltenham that could suit him. Hurricane Harvey has not been seen since, finishing third in the Badger Beers. I do think he's one for a handicap later on this season. And one that actually runs tomorrow, the final one of this video, is My Bobby Dazzler. Finished 4th at Cheltenham in November. I highlighted him and said he needs further. He runs at Aintree on Saturday. Drops in class. Alex can claim in this race. He can claim £3, so he's effectively running off a £3 lower mark in an easier race over the trip I think he wants. So he's very interesting for me on Saturday, My Bobby Dazzler. So that's video 2. That was much quicker than video 1. I guess I just skimmed over them a bit more. But we don't need to talk about them in too much depth because we've already done that in their own individual videos. But I just wanted to go back over them. I'm pretty happy with a lot of them. Solo, I still think he can win. Kitty's Light, I still think he can win when he gets better conditions. Captain Chaos is January, February. Black Op, I think, could run at Kempton soon. We haven't seen him. Kickamando, we haven't seen him. Mr. Malarkey wants a smaller field. Potter's Corner wants fences. Long trip, heavy going. Pillion could go and win tomorrow. I don't want him to, but I'll still be covering him because I think they might. Manuel, similar story. Wanted to be in the Beach Chase, doesn't go. Goes to Sedgefield, easy race, should go well. Auburn, I'm looking for the Lincoln. If the cap fits, give him another chance in a handicap, but don't ride him so prominently. Captain Noor, I think, could go to Kempton on the 27th. 50 Ball, back up in trip. Spirit of the Games, give him another chance. Probably ran against the pace bias. Hurricane Harvey, not been seen since. And My Bobby Dazzler runs on Saturday in a race that I think should really suit him.